Last week's trip was pretty good. I'll start off with the women. Kristen had a unique thing. She beat a Division I player, Division II player, and Division III player in singles, and I think took 2 out of 3 in doubles. So great weekend for her. The women's match, the big match over there was obviously the Tarleton State match for regional purposes. They're a pretty strong team, and I think Kristen and Emily. Kristen had wins in singles. Kristen and Emily had a win in doubles. But it would have been nice to get a team win just to help us with our rankings. But anyways, the effort's been there, and playing Colorado College is always, a good match for us to play just because they're so close. And I think they had a couple of their players on semesters abroad, or I'm not sure what those fancy schools do. But and then UNC is always tough, Division I team. So on the women's standpoint, I thought we kind of got what we wanted. On the men's side, I know Lucas had a good win in doubles against Northern Colorado and won 3 sets with the 5 singles player. And then against Colorado College, pretty much manhandled this guy 0-0 in singles, and doubles was 8-4, I think. So we played. So it's kind of unique to go over there and play. The D3 still has 8-game pro sets, no ad. They don't have lets. Well, they call lets on the men's side. Women's, because now with our rules, there's no lets on the men's serve, or no ad scoring, and sets to 6 for Division I and Division II. D3 is still doing the 8-game sets for doubles. So, overall, I was just happy we got our matches in. It started actually snowing at Colorado College, and so we got us some momentum going this weekend. They'll play CSU Pueblo men and women, and then the women finish up the regular season against Dixie State. It's not an RMAC match, but it's still a good match to get us ready for the conference tournament. I was long-winded. Take a breath, MacDonald.
Kristen, do you feel like the competition you played, obviously last week, kind of gets you ready for the conference tournament coming up?
Yeah, last week for sure, and even up to this whole season, we've had really competitive matches, and I think I maybe have a losing record right now, but the competition has been tough, and I think it's kind of nice to get that out of the way at the beginning of the season, because now we're only playing the Dixies, the RMAC teams, which kind of brings us back down a little bit, and it gets that competitive attitude that we had with the really high ranked teams and kind of continues that. And so I think I'm prepared, I'm ready. This next weekend we're playing Dixie and Pueblo, which I've been telling everyone is like my redemption tour, because I lost to both of them. One last weekend, and the Dixie I lost a couple months ago, and so I'm ready to get out there and kind of try to redeem myself with those 2 teams.
And by the way, you're 13 and 13.
Heck yeah! All right.
And 13 and 14 in doubles. So. but on a winning streak. Sorry.
Well, and you've been playing one for so long. You understand obviously what the competition is, and it's different every year, obviously.
Yeah.
You're really kind of been constant.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I was joking around with Dan that I haven't won a match this season that hasn't been a tough match that I've had to grind out, and I think that's it's fun for me because I'm such a competitive person, and I love going into every single match thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to grind this one out. It's never gonna be easy, and so it's kind of fun for me to try to step up to the occasion each time with that. And I love playing one singles and one doubles. I think it makes me play better for sure.
46 and 32 in her career. I like how Chris has really upped the ante on the tennis coverage around here, Patty. Had a few parents hey, you need better coverage. I'm like, here you go. Chris loves tennis. He loves all sports, but I think we've really got want to give the SIDs a plug here. So doing a great job. And Kristen, 46 and 32, and #1 singles all 3 years, I do believe. So pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah.
How important was it to get a win at the end of that road trip there after some really tough competition that you guys played?
I'm not gonna lie, I needed a couple of wins. So it feels really good, and it feels really good to I was kind of joking around this way too, and I think this weekend I kind of came off a losing streak, and I sorry for the language, but I was just screw it. This weekend I was I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna play aggressive, I'm gonna play as hard as I could, and it really worked out for me. And so I'm hoping I can kind of keep that screw it mentality the rest of the season.
And then you're back home for the first time in almost 2 months like that. It's been a long time on the road. How nice will it be to just be back on your own home court and not have to get on a bus and, worry about all the travel and everything?
Oh yeah, home is the best place to play by far. Me and Lucas talk about this a lot. Like we don't know why, or it must just be the home court advantage, but you just come out and you play better. And I don't really have a reason for it, but it's exciting to have your friends, your family, and yeah, it's exciting that RMAC is here this year, and so yeah, lot to look forward to.
Lucas, kind of same thing, just being back home again. How will it feel just to do that?
Yeah, definitely. Kristen kind of covered it. There's just something about playing at home when you play almost every match, but 2 or 3 away. There's just something about the atmosphere, getting to play on the courts that you practice every day, and with tennis and basketball, it's a lot different. Because basketball they get to be at home a lot more. They have the crowd, but kind of when you get one of those home matches for tennis, it's huge. You're like, okay, hey, this is my court. This is where I play every day. I only get to show off to my friends that I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna go out there and just leave it all out there. So I really think playing at home is something special. So.
And the end of the season's right around the corner. What are kind of some thoughts in your head that's going on, and how do you finish strong?
Yeah, definitely. I think kind of the thoughts going through my head is, obviously I'm a senior, so it's kind of the last home match I'll ever play. My collegiate career, it's just, kind of more or less reflecting on everything I've been through and all the great experiences that I've had and the people I've met and kind of the tennis that I've been able to play. I'm just so grateful for all the opportunities that I've had. I'm just ready to kind of leave it all out there and, be competitive, hopefully get some wins, but just, try and enjoy the last 2 matches I have to ever be a collegiate tennis player. So I'm super excited for it. I think we're gonna do really well as a team.
I was gonna say, it's kind of stinks that you don't get to play for conference championship your senior year though.
It does kind of stink. Because I definitely think we are competitive with the other 2 teams that we have in the conference, and unfortunately we don't have one anymore. But I was fortunate enough to win not a conference championship, but a regular season conference championship in my career. So that was a great experience. But it does kind of take away a little bit of the effect. But I definitely still, not that much for me, because I'm still ready, treating this as kind of more or less conference, because it's an interconference team, and I don't want to go out on a loss. So I want to go out there and kind of give it everything I have. So yeah.
We did try to put together one last thing for the men over in Pueblo. It was going to be us, Metro, Pueblo, and Colorado College. But Colorado College being Division III, they only have 19 weeks of tennis, different scheduling than Division I and Division II. So, and then the Pueblo graduation was a day before. So I was trying to get Metro and Pueblo and those guys come over here this weekend, or next weekend during the women's tournament, but they didn't. Some of the coaches just didn't see the purpose. So. But we tried our best. Lucas has been a great player for us, so we're happy with his career.
Sorry, just tell me a little bit about the seniors and this senior class.
Well, Lucas's group, first time to win a regular season RMAC team championship, I think 2 years ago. Came up a little short in the conference tournament against Metro. And, Lucas has been a 4-year starter. Old Colorado kid, and his dad played here. You guys knew that. So he's had a great career, and just so proud of him. Strings, rackets, does it all. Never misses weights, running. Well, maybe that. Maybe, let's be honest. Maybe he misses those every now and
Once or
then.
twice.
But, he's just an ultimate team player. I think he gets along with all the guys on the team.